be the choosers or the deciders, if you will, to determine the winner of a dance-off. Alright? Now, here's what I need. Here's what I need right now. I need an 8th grader, an upperclassman, who is ready to come up here and represent the 8th grade class. Come on up. Represent the 8th grade class in this dance-off. Come on up here. Step right there. Now, what's your name? Peyton, what grade are you in? 8th grade. All right, Peyton, the 8th grade class. Now, I said it's a dance-off. That means it's a competition. That means we need some competition for Peyton right here. So, I got one. Come on up. Somebody over here want to do this? She's saying, you want to do this? Come on up. Come on up. All right, come on. Come on. All right.
I want you to record this.
Yeah. We got Peyton from the 8th grade class. What's your name? Chevy, what grade are you in? 6th grade. All right, Chevy from the 8th grade class, or 6th grade class. And what's your name?
Where's the girl?
Little Maker. What grade grade are you in? 7th grade, all right. Chevy, well, and Peyton, here's what's going to happen. In just a second, we're going to kick into a song. When we do, nobody dance yet, okay? Because what I'm going to have you do is take a deep breath and prepare yourselves, because I'm going to come to you one at a time. And when I come to you one at a time, I'm going to say go. When I say go, you're going to show us a dance move or two, okay? Then after you've all gone once, I'm going to come back, I'm going to say go again, and you're all going to dance the same time, head to head, toe to toe, leaving it all on the dance floor. All right? Here we go. All right, take a deep breath, y'all. Take a deep breath and prepare yourselves. Get some space over here. Get some space. Come on out here. Are you ready, sir? On your mark. Get set. Go. All right, that's a good start. Ready? Go. All right, ready? Go. Okay. When I say go again, you show us everything you got. On your mark. Get set. Go. All right. Now, I said that you guys get to decide who wins. Let me explain how we're going to do that. I'm going to hold my hand above each contestant's head one at a time. When I do, you need to tell me who you think should win based on your screaming, cheering, yelling, clapping, shouting, applause, whatever you got to do volume-wise to tell me if that contestant wins. So, if you think that our winner is Chevy, let me hear you. If you think that our winner is Lou, let me hear you. If you think that our winner is Peyton, let me hear you. All right. Y'all have spoken. Your voices have been heard. And you have declared the 2019 Dance-Off Champion to be none other than Chevy! Hey guys, all of our contestants did a great job, so give them all a great big round of applause. Come on. Let them hear it. Okay. Now, guys, I hope you enjoyed dancing up here. You did a great job. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the dance-off as part of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the concert so far. Well, that's true. But what I gotta say right now, on a more serious note, is this. I personally believe that we can take this up a notch, all right? Because there's a group of people that never want to be outdone by students. So, could I have Mrs. White come up here, please? Mrs. White, Mr. Lear, would you come up here, please? Miss Decker, would you come up here? And Mr. Burke, would you come up here, please? Would y'all come up here and join me on the stage? Yes, Mr. Burke, come on up here, y'all. All right, now here's the thing. They never want to be underestimated. You can trust me on that. They might not tell you this, but just trust me. So what we're going to do is we are going to give your teachers an opportunity, and then after you've all gone once, I'm coming back, I'll say go again, and you all just put on a clinic and teach your students how this is done, okay? Here we go. Stretch it out, teachers. Come on. Get yourselves ready. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Go. Ready, go. the wiggles. And maybe I should apologize to y'all for what just happened here. Or I could say you're welcome. How many of you got that on video? Yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome. Now, I'm sure you're wondering who wanted to see, but man, all your teachers did a fantastic job, so give them all a great big round of applause. Come on. Now, real quick, I gotta find out who's here as we get settled back in their places. Let me hear you if you're in 6th grade. All right. Let me hear you in 7th grade. Let me hear you in 8th grade. All right, man, I'm glad you guys are here now. Check this out. Before we do the next song, I want to give you guys a little bit of the idea behind the song, okay? So, the story actually takes place when I was still in school. I was actually in college, and I was a sophomore. And my sophomore year of college, I decided with a group of friends to take a trip for spring break, okay? Now, I'm originally from the state of Pennsylvania, okay? And that's a nice enough state and all, but if I'm being honest, I hate winter. Okay, I like being cold, I like shoveling snow. None of that's my thing, all right? So, we decided we were going to go where pretty much everybody else goes for spring break. Florida. Yeah. And I'm just saying, going from cold, wintry, kind of nasty Pennsylvania at the time to warm, springtime, sunshine Florida. It was a great choice. Now, we took a road trip. All right, we got a 15-passenger van. We go down the highway. We arrive in Florida. We were staying at this campground, and we stayed in this open-air, screened-in pavilion-type building. We slept in hammocks the whole week, not too far from a pond with a resident Florida alligator. It was a great week. Now, fast forward to the end of the week. So last night in Florida, we decided we were going to spend part of our time in a place called Ron John Surf Shop. All right? Now, in case you're unfamiliar with it, that's cool, but it's kind of a famous beach store, right? They have snorkeling gear, swimwear, and surf gear. They got a lot of stuff to look at. It's a touristy kind of place. So we were hanging out there a little bit. It was time to leave. We were walking outside. So up ahead of us, standing by our van, we saw one of our friends. Her name is Polly. And as we got closer, we realized that she was crying. So we tried to find out what's going on. Well, it turns out, while we were inside, she, knowing that we were heading back to cold, wintry Pennsylvania the next day, and seeing how beautiful it was outside, she just wanted to enjoy the weather one more night, just have some downtime, just relax a little bit. And while she was out there, this jerk decided that he would say some inappropriate things to her. He basically saw this girl standing by a van minding her own business, and he thought it would be a great choice to walk up and, using words that I can't say here, comment on her appearance. He basically disrespected her so badly that she felt like nothing. So my gut reaction was to go after that guy. And I know some of you girls are like, oh, that's cute. And some of you guys are like, yeah, that's cute. My little brother in 3rd grade could take you. So, but you're probably right. That's beside the point, all right? So here's the thing. We did not go after that guy. That's not what we're about. But some people might be tempted to look at that situation, might be tempted to think, well, big deal. That guy didn't do anything. He just said something to her. So why is she sad about this? Why are you upset about this? Why don't you all just get over it? Well, that guy did not see the Polly that we all knew. Right? He didn't see this amazing person who was a friend and a sister and a college student who was studying to be a teacher. He didn't see any of that. All he saw was how society or whoever might label her based on her appearance, and he decided to treat her as nothing more than that. And that's why we were upset. So, the problem is, as I thought about that a little bit more, what dawned on me was, man, how many times do we all act just like that guy? Like, maybe not exactly, but how many times do we get caught up in assuming things about people based on what we see or what somebody else said about them before we ever get to know them? And too often in those times, we forget that we have an opportunity to choose to treat people as more than what we see. Like we can choose to treat someone as more than a straight A student, or more than a straight D student, or more than a popular guy, more than an unpopular person, or in the case of my friend Polly, is more than something just based on her appearance. We can choose to do better than that. But this goes another way too. I mean, think about this for a second. What if Polly actually bought into what that guy said to her? Like, what if she believed it? Right? What if I believed every negative thing that anyone's ever said about me? What if you believed everything that was posted about you on social media? Right? There are people in this room right now, you've already been given a name, or you've had a label put on your life, and it's happened so much and so often that even if it's not true, you're starting to question whether or not they might be right. Well, here's the truth. You are more than any label that anybody can put on you. I am more than any negative thing that anyone's ever said about me. We can all choose to move past those surface things to something far deeper and far richer every day as we encounter the people around us. That's the opportunity we have. That's what we can choose. This song's called We Are More. They say I could be a king by gaining everything, chasing those American dreams, so you can kiss my ring. I'll build a throne to make my status known. They say I could be a king. But what I find when I'm searching, it's all I want to know. It's time to make a move. We wanna find ourselves something that will prove. So what's it gonna be? We're fighting for our lives, breathing by the day. I tried to be their favorite type of me. All these things I've dreamed have left me questioning who I've become and everything I've done. I get into life as me. But what I find when I'm searching, I need a purpose. And this is what I know. It's time to make a move. We wanna find ourselves something that will prove. So what's it gonna be? We're fighting for our lives, breathing by the day. Hey, this is a song that goes out to anybody that's ever felt mislabeled in their lives. We can choose to move past that because we are more. It's time to make a move. We wanna find ourselves something that will prove. So what's it gonna be? We're fighting for our lives, breathing by the day. It's time to make a move. We wanna find ourselves something that will prove. So what's it gonna be? We're fighting for our lives, breathing by the day. Thank you. So we're talking about making choices throughout this show, and a little while ago to make an interesting decision of my own was when I was working one of the coolest jobs that I've ever had. And that was for a company called Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. I worked on a cruise ship, and my job was youth staff, and that basically meant that I got paid money to travel around the world and throw dodgeballs at small children. It was a great job. Now, not only was the job fun, but they put me on a ship that was stationed in Sydney, Australia. And that's a city that's famous for the opera house and kangaroos and classic cinematic films like Finding Nemo. And we started our winter to some other places. One of them was New Zealand. Have any of you seen the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies? Anybody? That's where they filmed those movies, so I got to see some of those places in real life. We went to a place called Tasmania. Got to see a real Tasmanian devil while I was there. And then we went to a group of islands in the South Pacific Ocean called French Polynesia. And while I was there, I was swimming with sharks. And then we went to Hawaii and Alaska and a bunch of other places, all while I was working the shop. Now, people go on cruises because they want to have a good time, right? They're going on vacation, they want to get away from everyday life, they want to relax a little bit. During the day, you can often get off the ship, you can see amazing scenery and beautiful beaches and go on adventures and excursions we don't even have in the United States sometimes. At night, they've got Broadway-style shows and game shows, they've got themed parties. Sometimes they have parties just for the crew, so we get a chance to have some fun a little bit. It's a really fun environment, but what can happen sometimes is cruise ships get a little bit of a reputation. Sometimes they might be referred to as like the Las Vegas of the seas, you know, like what happens on a ship stays on a ship kind of a thing. And one of the things that can take over on a cruise ship in not a great way is alcohol. All right, now here's the thing. When people go on a cruise, if they can come up with any reason or excuse to drink and drink a lot, they will take it. Right, like the first day on board, they gotta start fast because time is limited. All the way to the last night they've been there, they gotta drink even more because they're celebrating the they're going back to the real world tomorrow. They just drink up so much and it's crazy, right? Now, knowing that I was gonna be in that kind of an environment, also knowing that I was gonna have an opportunity to see and experience a lot of things that many people only ever get to see online or in movies, I realized I didn't want anything to distract me from those opportunities or those experiences. So, before I even left for the job, I made a simple choice that while I was there, I just wasn't going to